Well, good morning, everybody. It's about 6:45, very early in the morning, and I never used to wake up this early, but living on the road, you wake up and use the day a little bit more. And gotta say, let's see what this campsite looks like. There's my view right outside. Very beautiful view. So, $6 a night because it's off season. It's pretty cold out there. I believe it got down to about 30, somewhere around there. And no problem here. We got our heaters running right now at full blast. I ran it last night a little bit, and then I turned it off. I was kind of on the fence. Do I want to keep it on or turn it off? And I got up, I don't know, about half hour ago. It was 13°C in here. Cranked on the heater for about 10 minutes, and now it's warm enough to be roaming around, so it's up to 22 already. So that's how efficient these diesel heaters are. And I can probably go about 2 weeks on a tank. Probably about a week if I leave the heater on all night. 2 weeks if I just turn it on at night, get the van nice and warm, and then go down and turn it off for the night until I get too cold, and then switch her on. We're gonna cook up some coffee, cook up some cinnamon rolls. We're going to attempt to do that. I've never used the camp oven, so let's see how that works. And then we're gonna move on and start hiking through the park.
Cinnamon rolls. First time I'm trying this. Actually, first time I'm opening up this camp oven. Now that I've used it a few times, it's actually fairly easy to get quickly set up. But we're going to go in here, and I don't have any pans or anything, so all I'm using right now is just some heavy-duty aluminum foil. Open these guys up, pop open those cinnamon rolls, and this is the mini. You'll notice this is a little bit smaller of a pack. It's only about, I'd say only about 60% the size of the usual size packs, which is great for a single person. I think it gives you like 5 cinnamon rolls. So load up the oven, and then you just crank on the heat at the bottom, and it contains all the oven and temperature in there. There is a thermostat on the front. I'm not completely sure how accurate those thermostats are. So we're just going to go ahead and heat stuff up, pour out the coffee that has been brewing while I have been cooking up the rolls, and then now we are about ready to enjoy the cinnamon rolls.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. So each roll here looks pretty much perfect. No burning. Not sure if they're all the way through. This one I actually put in upside down. We'll cut that one in half. Perfectly cooked all the way through. Absolutely amazing. So definitely that camp oven's worth it. Now it never did say 400. The highest temperature I saw was about 250, and as I predicted, the first butane or the first propane tank did run out partway through. I kind of knew that was going to happen. So the total cook time was about, I'd say maybe 10 or so minutes. What? You don't like cinnamon rolls? But if you're nice, I'll give you a kitty treat later. Cat's like, I want that. I want that. I want it. I want them cinnamon rolls. You can't have them. They're not yours. No, they're not yours. They're not yours. These are my cinnamon rolls. No.
With breakfast out of the way, I decided it's time to get out and see what else this park has to offer. In reality, there are a lot of really fun things in this park. Now, if you'd like to see the dinosaur bones, you want to go to the Utah side of Dinosaur National Monument. The Colorado side has a lot more hiking, canyons, and beautiful outdoor scenery and settings. But what it does not have is the dinosaur bones. Why is it so big in Colorado? I don't really know. It's a really nice place, but at the same time, I came here to see the things that you don't often see, dinosaur bones, petroglyphs, and things like that, and we find all of that on this end of the park. So we leave the campground early in the morning, and the first stop we're going to do is just a little impromptu hike at a little pullout that I just thought it looked kind of neat. We're going to walk on out to a rock that is outset by some mountains on a little bit of a slick rock with some little mountain water pools there. Nothing super spectacular, but it was actually a really nice view. So here we are. This is actually the trail on the way back. You can kind of see the van in the background there. But the way there is this view here, and we're not going out to the mountains. We're going to that little brown rock out there, which is right on some slick rock here, which you can see here, and very nice reflective mountain pool there. There's a few of these, but this one was probably the most spectacular. Of course, the next big thing we want to see over here is the petroglyphs. The Fremont people lived here about 1200 AD, and as they made their dwellings in some of the canyons, what they ended up doing is carving a lot of different petroglyphs on the walls. We see rams, we see people, some other signs, probably some astrological markings, maybe a little bit of storytelling. This lizard here is actually the most popular of the petroglyphs in Dinosaur National Monument, and you can get really close to it with really good views. A lot of different canyons here, a lot of those little lizards, by the way, and in this case we just see some extra people there, and really it's just a really nice group of views here. Finally, I made my way to the visitor center, where they actually have on display here a Stegosaurus, which was one of the original models in the 1960s for the World Fair, shortly after scientists and paleontologists believe they have figured out what the dinosaurs look like. But here at the visitor center, you can go up the road a little bit to the quarry, and actually they've built the exhibit building around a dinosaur dig where there's just hundreds of different dinosaur bones just embedded in the wall. You can actually come down and touch these ones that are still in the walls. This one here is a full, I believe this is a velociraptor, pretty much a full skeleton, rare to find in this type of condition. And then, of course, on the hikes outside, you can actually get up to this spot here. We can actually see a dinosaur vertebrae in the side of the cliff. It's actually quite spectacular to see. And I really like this Allosaurus skull. Full, complete skull inside of a climate-controlled cage there in the exhibit center in Dinosaur National Monument. Well, we left that, and I was thinking about going over to the Colorado portion, so this is heading on up the road. Beautiful views and canyons, but the reality is time prevented me from going all the way in there. I wanted to make my way down to the Grand Junction area, so I stopped here at this little pullout, pulled in a little bit of work, and got an amazing view. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so, and hit that notification bell to be notified when we release a new video.